Okay, welcome again. Today is day 27, 30 days Amazon challenge. Ooh, we are close to the end. Today I'm going to be talking about food because, we started on food earlier on, and it's very important because food really is a very, very important category for export, especially from Africa. Look, I was reading an analysis the other day, and they said that about 40% of the food manufactured in Nigeria goes to waste. And this is a staggering statistic. So let me give you an example of the potentials that you have with food. There is a market. I was going through a Twitter thread one time where a lady was describing, she's from Benue, and this is Benue. And it's so amazing what those people in the middle belt are doing. She was describing a food market whereby if you go in the morning, you could see a basket of tomatoes for maybe 5,000 naira. But in the evening, they are selling that same basket for maybe 500 naira. Why? Simply because the farmers who brought the produce to the market cannot pay to carry those produce back again if they don't sell it. And that just shows you that we have a lot to do in terms of wastage, in terms of processing. And look, you cannot make an impact if you just sit down in your comfort zone. It doesn't work that way. We need to look at it and say to ourselves, what is it that I can do that can make an impact? You cannot be successful in life by just sitting down there and expecting that, everything that I'm saying, I will just lay it in your hand. Look, I do a lot of research to talk about some of those things. When I was talking about the leather market, I did a lot of research to see the potentials of the leather from Kano. It's so crazy that you have global brands coming to buy leather from Kano, yet we that are here locally are not making a lot of shoes that should be exported. We have a lot to do. So when we talk about food is very vital. I went to the American Food and Beverage show. I go to that show every year. The last one they did was in 2019 in Miami, Florida. And that if you are in food, those are some of the things you need to consider going for some of these conferences. Now, one of the things I saw there, I wasn't impressed because the Nigerian exhibition that came, only about 2 or 3 of them, they were more focused on selling raw food to people that were ready to buy. But the South African delegation that came, they were more focused on selling processed foods to people that, buyers that were there. And what is the difference? If you take a container, let me use a practical example. Côte d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, for example, I think they make the highest amount of cocoa in the world, or something like that. But their total cocoa export is about, I think, either 1.5 or $3 billion. I can't remember the exact value, but I was reading this up, probably a year ago. So while they are making 1.5 to $3 billion a year on cocoa export, the amount, the exact same thing that they exported yields about $18 billion for Mars and some of the chocolate brands. Now, let's also get something straight, because that is not where it ends. If Mars and the other retailers are earning about $18 billion, one thing you need to know is that when they sell it to the supermarkets will sell it most times at 100% what they are buying it. So if Mars and the other big chocolate brands are earning $18 billion from what Ivory Coast sold to them for $3 billion, they are being sold in the supermarkets for about $36 billion. So what does that tell you? From raw products to packaged products, you have a times 10 or more most of the time in terms of the cost. And that is what we should be looking at. Stop looking at exporting shea butter, raw shea butter. No. Look at exporting the finished products. Those are the things that will make you a millionaire. Look, you don't need to be able to export. One of the issues I see with a lot of people, a lot of questions I get, is that a lot of people are trying to export when they have a big factory. No. let's start small. Let's start small. You know, again, American FC Cargo, when we started it, you know, like I said, I started from my garage. You know, I've left the company now, but yes, I started it from my garage. And when I started, I used to be the one that would drive all the load to the airport, you know, and, you know, now we have probably close to 80-something workers working there. So again, let's start small. We don't, you can't get everything right the first time, but you have to start something. Look, places like that, yes, I know there's a menace going on in the country with all these headsmen and co, but I believe a time will come when that will be dealt with. But you should be ready. You should be ready. Do your research. Get ready to do things. You know, you can't just sit down there and expect that, oh, things will fall on your lap. I have given you ideas. I have shown you so many things. Now, the live training we are doing is just to put the finishing touch that takes you from A to B in a very short time, in 30 days. If you were to do it on your own, you're going to do it in a lot longer period. And that's what we're doing. So let's go to food for today. We're just going to look at a few food items. You know, and again, when you are looking at selling food on Amazon, it's possible. We already sell food for a couple of people. But the key thing you need to look about food when you are looking at export is, you know, you have to get the labeling right. This is the section we treat. You have to get the packaging right. And then you also need to look at what? The shelf life, the storage life. I was talking with a guy the other day who makes, you know, this pineapple, you know, and the first question I asked is, what is your shelf life for this thing? And when he said it was 6 months, I was like, wow, that's what we can deal with, because you need that time. Shipping and everything will take about 3 weeks. So, you know, roughly, you already, well, 2 to 3 weeks, you already have what? Close to a month gone. You know, it will take us about another 2 weeks to process it and send to Amazon's warehouse. So there and there, you have a month gone. So if your items don't have enough shelf life, it becomes a problem. All right, so let's look at some of the key things that are very important. Today I'm going to be looking at spices. You know, why spices? Because these are things that are easy to do and there is a lot of money in it. So let's type, even, you know, I was doing a lot of research, and one thing I saw was per soup, you know, seasoning. Oh, you see, it's even coming up Nigerian, but I don't want to go with Nigeria. I want to look at things from a general point of view. Now, why is pepper soup seasoning popular? A lot of restaurants in the US, again, like I told you, I'm not interested in carrying Nigeria over to the US. No, I'm interested in carrying Nigeria and let them do things that the whole US will use. A lot of restaurants in the US, they offer various types of soups. Peppery soup, chicken soup, and all those things. And it is this pepper soup spices they use in them. You know, they just cook the chicken, you have the water, they add the spices, and they are selling it in the restaurants. So that is where some of these things come in. And again, like I told you, normally just do your research. Look at the ratings. I have shown you enough. Look at the rating. Look at this one, seasoned pepper, 1,268. You know, a lot of restaurants even come here to buy things. You know, let's look at some other things. The bestseller. This is the bestseller. Again, you can see, why is it a bestseller? 9,811. That's a lot of purchases. If you multiply that by 100, you know, that means close to what? 900, close to 1 million of those purchases are being sold, of those pieces. And how much is it being sold for? $9.61, 1.5 pounds. You know, let's take a closer look at that. And again, like I told you guys, look, it's all about looking for what is selling, duplicating it, and putting it on Amazon. You compete with them. Now, you may not be able to take their whole 1 million units that they are selling, but what happens if you can take 50,000 of those units and you are making maybe $3-4 per unit? That is what I'm talking about, and that is what I've been trying to show you guys for a long time. So let's look at some of these things. You know, you have there's nothing. You know, there is nothing here that you cannot make. Nothing here. And again, like one of the things I have told you guys, these are things that we have here. This is one bottle of pepper selling for what? close to 4,000, close to 5,000 naira. How much is it selling in Nigeria here? These are potentials. And again, for those of you that are serious, let me tell you what you need to do. You need to go to Amazon. If you don't know how to do it, go to our partner website, shiptoniger.com. Shiptoniger.com will help you get these things and ship it down to Nigeria. You know, when you see an item that looks like what you want to do, my advice to you, go to Amazon, buy it, and have it sent to you. And then you look at it. It's not enough to look at something in picture. No, if you are really serious, look, that is investment. You buy this product, look at it, take a look at it. See how they did their packaging. See how they did the size of the bottle. Just do a model that is very similar to that. And I'm telling you, you will make it. You will make it. All you need is just a little guidance here and there. That's all you need. Packaging is very important. You know, and during the training, you're going to see, we're going to have series of items that we bought directly from Amazon to show you guys. We have items from virtually all the categories that I've been talking about that will be on display that day. You will be amazed at what people are making money from. You will be amazed. You know, look, don't miss this training. I'm not saying it because I just want people to come. No, it's going to change your life. It's going to change your life. You will see things that you never imagined. So spices, very, very important. You know, again, this is a huge money make. Look, there are farmers who are ready to do this. Just go to them. Like I said, 40% of the food that we make in Nigeria is wasted because of poor logistics, because of poor storage. Why do we continue to allow food to waste? Look, I'm giving you an idea. Look at some of these markets, you know, like the Bedouin market. In the morning, the price of something is 5,000. In the evening, is like 500 because the farmers don't want to go pay another transportation to carry it back when they already have a huge load of that in the farms. Look at how you can tap into this. Partnerships. Partner with somebody over there that in the evening they will go buy all those things and they transport it to you. You know? How about making a little small processing plant in Makurdi there? So that your processing is done close by, and then it is the finished products that you just send for export. We need to start being smart. Look, again, I talked about seasoning today. There's nothing so spectacular about it. It's just a simple way, easy way to make money. Seasoning. Look at those that are selling. Look at those that are selling and replicate it. Push it out. All right, guys, that's all I'm going to talk about for today. Tomorrow we'll continue again. And, like I said, the link to register, exportandsell.com/seminar is holding 12th and the 13th of February. Sojourner Hotel, Ikeja GRA. You will love the ambience. Beautiful place. I've gone there to see it myself. So again, thank you guys. If you have not registered, spaces are going, and again, like I said, look, to work with you, you need to be part of this training. And the reason is simple, because all those we've worked with in the past, because they didn't have a good understanding of how things work, it was always a problem. It was a problem. We don't want to repeat that. We want a situation where we get your items today. It is that same week it's on Amazon. We don't have to first of all get it and then we continue to go back and forth with you, back and forth. Send us this, send us this. It doesn't work. All right, guys. See you again. Exportandsell.com/seminar. Register, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care.